students. Welcome to online science class. Term 3, Standard 8, Magnetism. So in this session, we are going to see about magnetic field and then types of magnetic materials. So first, magnetic field. Activity. Spread some iron fillings collected from the sand uniformly on a sheet of white paper placed on a table. Place a bar magnet below the white sheet. Gently tap the table. What do you see? You can see the patterns as shown in the figure. So see the picture, students. You can observe from this experiment that the iron fillings are arranged in the form of curved patterns around the magnet. The space around the bar magnet where the arrangement of iron fillings exists represents the field of influence of the bar magnet. So this is called a magnetic field. So the curved patterns around the magnet that is influenced by the bar magnet is called as a magnetic field. So magnetic field is defined as the space around the magnet in which its magnetic effect or influence is observed. It is measured by the unit Tesla or Gauss. So next we are going to see about the tracing of magnetic field with the help of a compass needle. A white sheet of paper is fastened on the drawing board using the board pins or sellotape. A small plotting compass needle is placed near the edge of the paper and the board is rotated until the edge of the paper is parallel to the magnetic needle. And next, the compass needle is then placed at the center of the paper and at the end of the needles. The new position of the north and south pole are marked when the needle comes to rest. We have to mark the new position of south and north pole. These points are joined and a straight line is obtained. This line represents the magnetic meridian. So the cardinal directions north, east, south, west are drawn near the corner of the paper. The bar magnet is placed on the line at the center of the paper with its north pole facing the geographic north. The outline of the bar magnet is drawn. The plotting compass is placed near the north pole of the bar magnet and the end of the needle is marked. Now the compass is moved to a new position such that its south pole occupies the position previously occupied by its north pole. In this way, it is proceeded step by step till the compass is placed near the south pole of the magnet. Deflecting points are marked. The curved line is drawn by joining the plotted points marked around the magnet. This represents the magnetic line of force. In the same way, several magnetic lines of force are drawn around the magnet, which is shown in the figure. Look at the picture, students. This magnetic lines around the bar magnet represents the magnetic field of the magnet. The direction of the lines is shown by the arrow heads. We can observe here that the compass needle gets deflected to a large extent when it's closer to the magnet. When it closer to the magnet, its compass needle gets deflected. When it is closer to the magnet, when the distance is large, the deflection of the needle is gradually decreased. When it's come closer to the magnet, so deflection gets increases. When it is far away, it will be decreases. At one particular position, there is no deflection because there is no magnetic force at this position. This shows that each magnet exhibits its magnetic influence around a specific region. So next we are going to see about magnetic materials. So materials which are attracted by magnets are called as magnetic materials. And those materials which are not attracted by magnets are called as non-magnetic materials. So attracted materials are called as magnetic materials. So not attracted by magnets are called as non-magnetic materials. There are a number of materials that can be attracted by magnets. These can be magnetized to create a permanent magnets. Magnetic materials can be categorized as magnetically hard or magnetically soft materials. So magnetically soft materials are easily magnetized. Magnetically hot materials also can be magnetized, but they can require a strong magnetic field to be magnetized. It is because materials have different magnetic structure and they behave differently when they are placed in a magnetic field. So based on this behavior, in a magnetic field can be classified as diamagnetic material, paramagnetic material and ferromagnetic material. Okay. So first we are going to see about diamagnetic materials. So diamagnetic materials have the following characteristics. So first, when suspended in an external uniform magnetic field, they will align themselves perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field. So when it is hanged in an external uniform magnetic field, it will align perpendicular to the magnetic field. They have a tendency to move from stronger part to the weaker part when suspended in a non-uniform magnetic field. So they get magnetized in a direction opposite to the magnetic field. It magnetized opposite to the magnetic field. For some of the famous examples of the diamagnetic substances are copper, mercury, gold, water, air, hydrogen. This and all the examples. Next, magnetic characters of these substances is not affected by the external temperature. It is not affected by the So next, paramagnetic materials. So in a paramagnetic material, when suspended in an external uniform magnetic field, they will align themselves parallel to the direction of the magnetic field. So whereas in a diamagnetic material, it arrange in a perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field. But in a paramagnetic material, it is parallel to the direction of the magnetic field. And then they have a tendency to move from weaker part to stronger part. Whereas in a diamagnetic material, it have tendency to move from stronger part to weaker part. And then they get magnetized in the direction of the magnetic field. Some of the examples of paramagnetic substances are aluminum, platinum, chromium, oxygen, manganese, and then solution of salts. These are all the examples. And then magnetic character of this substances is affected by the external temperature. In a diamagnetic material, the magnetic character is not affected by the external temperature, but in a ferromagnetic material, the magnetic character of the substance it is affected by the external temperature. The last topic is ferromagnetic material. When suspended in an external uniform magnetic field, they will align themselves parallel to the direction of the magnetic field. Same as the paramagnetic material. It has a tendency from weaker part to stronger part when suspended in a non-uniform magnetic field. Same as that paramagnetic material. So they get strongly magnetized in the direction of the field. Some of the examples of ferromagnetic substances are iron, nickel, steel and other alloys. Next, the magnetic character of these substances is affected by the external temperature. When they are heated, they become paramagnetic. Okay, so it will change from ferro to paramagnetic material when they heated. So there are three types of magnetic materials. So dia, paro and ferro. Okay, so today's homework is write a short note on magnetic materials. Okay, thank you.